Welcome back to the Padilla Family Homestead. Today I am sharing with you why I love indeterminate tomato plants. Because I have a problem right now, and I'm going to show you my problem, and then I'm going to show you my solution. So, this tomato plant is dying. You can see all the leaves starting to get very wilty and starting to go. This tomato plant is also covered in tomatoes. Let me show you something. If I take this, I can lift it up about 2 feet. So it got too heavy. I didn't have these tied enough. It's too moist here. I don't know what the difference is. I've used these on full-size tomatoes before and they have done great, but something didn't work here with this. So this tomato plant is on its way out. We are pretty much harvesting most of the tomatoes off of here. I'm trying to get them as soon as they start to blush, but I missed one.
Wow, look at that arch.
Isn't that pretty?
Yeah.
So welcome to the jungle. It's a jungle out here. So this is a black creme tomato. It's very good because I actually tasted one of the tomatoes today finally. But I want to show you why I like these, because even though this is dying, it gives me its replacement. I don't have to plant new seeds. I don't have to buy a new plant. I don't have to do any of that stuff. I can just come out here, and I've already done this, but I'm going to show you on a different plant kind of what you would do. So indeterminate plants are different than determinate. So indeterminate plants set off an undetermined amount of tomatoes. It grows an undetermined height. So this thing can keep growing and growing and growing. Next year I want to try the tomato trellis, an arch trellis for the tomatoes. Because as you can see, this one,
It's crazy because it's like the odors out here are like super tomato potent.
it is. So can they see that one? Use your finger. Okay. So this one's like way over. These things are 8 feet tall. They're about a foot in. So that tomato is 8 feet tall.
As you see, she's down here, and the
Yeah,
tomato's way up there.
I'm shorty. So, it's really funny because as soon as he's stopped and started to play this, and every time he actually starts it, the dog next door starts barking. So we're gonna try to just go with the barking. Okay, so the indeterminate varieties grow an undetermined amount of tomatoes, an undetermined height. Now, determinate, which are most of your Romas and a couple other tomatoes, they grow only so high and they only grow so many tomatoes. A lot of people like those for canning because you get all the tomatoes pretty much at the same time and it's more containable. So those are better for the cages, even though ours busted out of the cage. Those are better for the cages. These get way too big for cages. But basically what's going to happen here, and I can show you right here a couple of examples of something. So this spot right here, so this is the branch right here. This is the stem. This is the leaf coming off. And this right here, growing out of here, is the sucker. It's growing out of what we call the armpit. Now, this plant is probably going to die. I'm going to leave that there, but it's probably going to die before I can harvest that. Now I want to show you another example of this. If we come down here, you have a branch. This is a leaf, a stem. The leaf of the branch coming off. This is a sucker. This whole thing going all the way up the plant right here is a sucker. Isn't that amazing? Yeah. So that will grow a completely new plant. And so what you do is you can take suckers and you can root them in water. And tomatoes are hairy. If you look at the tomato plants, they're hairy. There's a misconception that the hair on tomatoes are roots. They are not. But the tomatoes do grow roots. So I'm going to show you what I have going here. So if you have a cup of water, these are a variety of different tomatoes. This one is the black Krim that I just recently put in there, and it's starting to moisten at the bottom. Okay, there's not a lot of activity going on this yet. This one has been in here a lot longer. I really don't know which variety this is, but
it's rooted.
This is growing roots now, and I can plant this and a whole nother tomato plant will grow. So that is my backup plan. This one's kind of bent and not that great, so I'm going to try to get another sucker off of there. And so when it comes time, I'm going to chop this at the base. Go ahead and chop all the strings that are attaching this. Make sure all the tomatoes are off. Remove this and put in the new tomato plant. And that will provide us fruit into the fall. And so this is something you can do. This is another great way to gift tomato plants to other people without having to start a bunch of extra seeds or buy them. Or if you're at somebody's house and you really want to try a variety and they want to let you try a variety, take a sucker and root it and plant it, and you can try all kinds of things. Remember, that works for indeterminate plants, and I primarily do that on heirloom plants. So that is why I love indeterminate tomatoes. You get unique tomatoes with heirloom, and I like that a lot. I like something I can't buy in the store because all of this work is a lot of work, and I want something I can't just buy in the store. And then on the other side, I also like the fact that it just keeps producing more and more for me, and I can use it in ways I wasn't originally planning on. So before I go in, because I'm going to bring this tomato in, and I am going to bed for the night because it's been a long day, I wanted to come sneak in here and look at these cucumbers. These are white pickling cucumbers. I know I just saw some. I feel like I'm losing my marbles
right
now.
Here.
That's a watermelon.
That's a watermelon.
It's not a white cucumber. Oh, right here.
It looks like something.
So this guy's ready.
Oh.
You pick them small. So this guy's ready, and that guy's actually over ready. Oh, I got some on the other side. Let's see if I can grab it. They're growing way over there. Lots of little goodies. I think I'm gonna leave the other ones. Oh, check out these. Let's bring them into the tunnel for a minute. My crazy jungle. Look at those cucumbers growing. Big old long ones. And finally, this whole plant over here is finally starting to shoot off some lemon cucumbers. So I'm very excited that we're finally going to have the lemon cucumbers. But that's all I'm going to show.
Little baby one.
What?
Little baby one.
Yep. Let's look out. There's a red wasp coming towards me. I gave the red wasp its space, but I thought I would still grab a couple of things. So the important thing is to be out in the garden as much as you can. And that's not always a ton of time. But we want to try to do what we can when we can. And staying up on harvesting. Let your plants keep growing. And keep doing things. So you can do this with tomatoes, you can do this with basil, you can do it with some other herbs. There's lots of plants that you can cut and root like this and continue growing and have it keep producing new plants for you. So that's it. I hope this helped you. I hope this inspired you to grow some indeterminate tomatoes, and we will see you on the next video.